Hello there, Taurus. It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing a special reading. We're going to be asking Spirit about your soul's purpose and perhaps taking a look at some of the gifts and talents that you have in order to shine your light and bring love into the collective. And then also some of the healing, the shadow attributes that you may be working on at this time. So anyway, let's get into your reading. And if you're resonating with it, I would really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all your support of my channel. All right, Taurus, so let's see what we have here. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. Okay, a Libra had this energy, and I think it was Aries. An energy of really stepping into knowing what it is that you truly love. Love about your life, love about yourself, and even, I'm getting a sense it's about loving and not just the things, but the experiences and situations, relationships that you have been in, embracing and loving them in a new way, which is really kind of interesting, much different of an energy than the other two signs had. So let's see what your Soul Traveler's card is here. Okay. They are not wanting to shuffle. Let's do it again. There we go. They wanted something different. So let's see what we have here. Watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. I feel like, Taurus, this is almost like, I feel like you're having a shift. You know how clouds float across the sky? I feel, it says, relax, watching clouds. That's where, okay. So the clouds go across the sky. And, it's maybe in the past you have looked at the clouds, okay, as objects. And, tried to determine which cloud you liked the best. Okay, so the clouds could represent, tangible things. Houses, cars, people, maybe even people, relationships, kind of like looking at these clouds and saying, yes, I'll take that one, and I'll take that one, and I'll take that one. And the energy I'm getting here is that you're shifting your perspective of looking at all the clouds in the sky and understanding that you can't really take one cloud out of the sky and still have the big picture of what the sky looks like, right? It's kind of like, okay, they're saying like if a painter painted a horizon with the sky and the clouds and everything, and, the painter painted that, or maybe you painted it, and then you give it to somebody or somebody buys it, and then they're kind of like, I don't like that cloud. So they took some paint and they painted over it so it wouldn't be there. It's almost as if understanding that all of the clouds, all of the things, the people, the relationships, the experiences in your life are part of the whole sky, that we have to take a look at all of it. Not to pinpoint and kind of like critique each cloud and determine which one you want and which one you don't. Very different energy, very different energy. I'm really very interested to see where this goes. I feel like you have a completely different shift in perspective. Wow, this one dropped. Let's see. Look at the bigger picture. Oh my gosh. That's exactly right? Like looking, noticing that everything, oh my gosh. I'm getting like goosebumps. This is full moon in Sagittarius. It's looking at the whole sky, looking at your life as a whole, instead of maybe critiquing And we'll see how this comes out in the tarot. Instead of maybe critiquing each of the clouds in the sky, it's about taking a look at the big picture, because I feel like you're coming into this paradigm shift of understanding that all of those clouds are valuable, even the painful ones that you may have at one time said, oh, I'd like to erase that cloud. Or, oh, that cloud, that was a very difficult time in my life. I want to erase that. Like, what you're understanding is that all of the clouds are so important into figuring out who and what you are loyal to, including yourself. They keep saying that, including yourself. Okay, so let's go. We're going to go. The next step here is we're going to take a look at your soul's purpose. What is your purpose at this time? And then what is your biggest obstacle in stepping into the platform of serving? Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, time to go. You are definitely leaving. I'm not sure it's a thing that you're leaving, like a job or a relationship or something. It could be. You could be leaving a person, situation, relationship, or whatever. But it's after you figure out the bigger picture. Then you're going to figure out what it is that you want next. It's not about eliminating any of the clouds. I think it's about going and getting more clouds or more celestial objects in your sky. This is your soul's purpose. Connecting to your intuition, seeing the higher power, right? Seeing the higher good in all of the bigger picture, in all of the sky, in all of the objects in the sky, the clouds, the stars, the moon, the sun, the planets, the galaxies. Like, you're understanding all of it works together. You can't, it's almost like you're upset that there's a certain, they keep pointing this way. That's why I'm like, there's a certain cloud that you don't like up there. You wish that person or that situation had never come into your life. It's almost like, oh, I just want to get rid of that cloud. But understanding that that dark cloud that's up in the sky somehow has helped you to open up to your intuition, to the lessons that you are here to learn. And it's about what you're resisting is cleaning it up. Clean it up is understanding. Oh, look, it's almost, oh my goodness. This reading is really giving me goosebumps. Okay, so there's like a moose there and he has like a feather duster, but it's like he's cleaning up the dark clouds in the sky, right? It's about understanding that, the dark clouds, it's not about erasing the dark clouds. It's about taking a look at it and cleaning up your energy about the dark clouds. You can't erase that person, that situation, that relationship. You cannot erase it. But what you can erase is the negative energy that you have around that person, situation, or relationship. You cannot erase what has happened. We can't go back in time and change things, change what other people have done, change what we have done. We can't do that. But if there's a situation in the past that you feel like you have done something that you wish you hadn't done, that you'd like to erase, it's about maybe can you go back and make amends for that situation. And if somebody else has, make amends and ask for forgiveness. Forgive yourself, because it was all part of this bigger plan of understanding that the way you acted or reacted at one time was all part of the plan, not to kind of be upset with yourself about it. Same thing with the person that you're dealing with, right? It was part of the plan, understanding it's all part of the bigger picture. That situation that happened was on your path to help open you up to seeing the bigger picture of everything, to understanding that there's not one object in the sky, right? The clouds, the star, the moon, the sky, the sun. It doesn't matter what's up in the sky. It's all important. It's understanding that we love all of it, the dark clouds as well as the sunshine. Okay. Wow. I feel like what you're doing is leaving, this time to go is that you're leaving. Yeah, you're leaving. You're going to finally leave something, but you can't leave until you clean up your energy around this certain situation. For some of you, you could have an energy cord between you and another person, so there, you can find things about how to, some people say to cut the cord or to pull the cord out, to release the tie that you may have to another person because of, a relationship that you had or a situation. It's somehow you are still tied. There is a negative energy that you had between yourself and either someone, I think it is a someone, but it's a situation that has occurred between the two of you, some type of conflict. Understanding that until you take care of that negative energy that you have around that person or that situation, you cannot build a solid foundation for yourself. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck at this time, it's because Spirit's coming in to say, look at the bigger picture. Look at the good in the situation that I think probably was very difficult, painful for you. Look at the bigger picture of it, because there is a lesson for you to learn and to grow from, so that you can ascend to the next level and enter like the next chapter of your life. Okay, so let's go. We're going to take a look at the light and the shadow attributes that are coming into play right now. Now, Taurus, the light attributes are your gifts and talents that you have been given in order to shine your light and to bring love and healing to the collective. Those are things that come to you easily, right? That you're very good at. Now, the shadow attribute is there because that is the inner child wounding that has occurred either earlier in this life or perhaps in a previous life. That inner child wounding, those are the wounds that we are here to heal. So those wounds, which we call our shadow attributes, are preventing us from shining our light so as brightly as we could. So it's about, all we have to do, all we're asked to do, is to take a look at our shadow attributes. Once we acknowledge them, once we shine light on them, right, it's like they disappear. So they may reappear over and over again, but every time they reappear, they will reappear with less intensity. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so your overall light and shadow attributes are the poet. Expresses soul insights in symbolic language. So Taurus, you may find that you are very good with the written word or using language in order to express yourself or your feelings. The shadow attribute of the poet turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So that would be using your poetry, your lyrics to music, or your writing in some way to, spread negativity. Let's put it that way, because one of the things we have here is wow, interesting. Where did I get the negativity? Okay. They gave me the word negativity. I was looking because I thought it was here. Okay, so coming back. That was strange. A very different kind of reading, I'll have to say. Okay, so taking a look at your words, understanding that your words, whether you're speaking to someone, writing them out, writing lyrics to music, your words are very important. You can use them for the good, or you can use them to cause pain and negativity in the world. So it's taking a look at that, about how that may be coming into play in this situation, right? Because you're being asked to go into your intuition, to listen to your heart, and to understand that when you use your words to do good, you are ascending, you are shining your light, you are adding love and healing to the collective. And when you use your words in a negative way, that you are actually dimming your own light and dimming the light or the love and healing of the collective. That's pretty profound. That's pretty profound. Understanding that what you are saying is really important. And watching what you say is really important. So your light attribute is gossip. Really interesting, because we don't feel, usually we have a negative connotation with the word gossip. But the light attribute is awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. So using your words, all right, to help other people, to feel compassion and empathy for others, and also building trust with each other. So, being truthful with your own words, honest, but also kind of embracing that in what you say to other people. Or, for some of you, maybe a teacher or a speaker or a writer. I feel like some of you may even be, like spiritual leaders or healers, mystics. Watching your words and understanding that you do have the ability to awaken empathy for others. When you speak to a group, that you are truly, your words are reaching those people, inspiring them about how to act or to change the way that they're acting, and to understand that even if you don't see it, you are inspiring a lot of other people. And you have a way of honoring trust and creating trust in people, which is something our collective truly needs. Now, the shadow side right now on your path is the mediator. Negotiating with the ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So it's about using your words, coming back to the poet, right? Using your words in order to manipulate people so that you can gain from it, either personally or professionally. Really interesting that all three of your cards have something about the way that you communicate, especially with either speaking or writing. Communicating. Your words really matter. So let's go to the tarot and see how this is playing out. So I'm coming back to those clouds. Thinking about a time, I feel there's this underlying kind of sense of guilt or shame here. Okay, now this could be from you, or it could be from, somebody that you have dealt with. But I have this underlying guilt or shame, almost as if trying to hide from what is coming out here. But I feel like you're being called to see how there may have been a certain situation, or you may have a pattern of behavior where you say something and then perhaps regret what you said afterwards. It's about looking, our shadow attribute there, right, is looking at if you feel like you have tried to manipulate people or get your way in some way. A little bit of a bullying attitude here. If you've been that way, why? What's the underlying reason? It usually falls into some line of fear, or, being afraid that you'll be abandoned, losing control of a situation. So sometimes we go into a manipulative, that sounds so harsh. I don't mean it that way, but, trying to, entice people to be on your side for some reason, right? It's almost like trying to get people to be on your side, but maybe not telling them all of the facts or being truthful about why it is that you're approaching this. It's almost an energy of, a hardcore salesman, right? Or a saleswoman. Somebody that kind of almost pushes you into buying something that you don't want to buy just because it's like, okay, I'll just buy this so you'll leave me alone, It's a little bit of a stubborn energy. And you may be asking yourself, like, why is that pattern showing up? Why is that same dark cloud just keep coming, across my path? I feel like it has something to do with being loyal to what you love, being fearful maybe that you're going to lose something. Okay, so this could be, like a work situation where you are trying to maneuver people, situations, decisions being made so that you can keep your job or you can be promoted or you can get more money, right? Or it could be a family or friend situation where you are concerned somebody wants to end, like a romantic relationship with you or a marriage or something like that. And what you're trying to do is trying to almost like convince them to stay. So it is, you're trying to be loyal to what it is that you love, but then asking yourself, well, is this really the job or the situation that I truly love, or the person, the relationship that I truly love? Or are you trying to keep it or maneuver it because you're just afraid of being the one that's rejected? Really interesting energy there, because I feel like there is something about almost wanting to have control over a situation so that somebody else can't decide to leave the situation or decide to make a decision in another way. So let's go to the Tarot and see what we have here. Eight of Swords. Okay, so it's about your self-confidence, having difficulty with your self-confidence right now. Maybe not sure what is happening. That would make a lot of sense with this. Not sure what is happening. There could be some unsettled energies, like maybe there's going to be some layoffs at work, or, you have a relative or a close friend that is having a health crisis, or maybe you are. There's this energy of, I'm not certain about what the future is. And because of that, it's like you may be trying to control what you can control in your life, right? Because when we have chaos going on in one area of our life, what we want is nothing to change in the other areas of our life. It's like, this is enough chaos. I can't have any change or disruption over here. So everybody's got to be on the same page, because your energy right now is the Nine of Pentacles, a lovely energy, working on your career, being fine, being independent, having everything that you need. It's a lovely energy. So let's see what's underlying that. Holding on, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Devil. Something that you do have to detach from. What do we have? Anxiety. You're wanting to go in a new direction. Or you're fearful somebody else wants to go in a new direction. There's a sense of, I don't want to leave this, even if it's toxic. That energy where I was saying, like maybe you've heard that there's going to be layoffs at work. So you're maneuvering at work, right? You want to make sure you don't lose your job. They're going to cut the workforce by 20%. You want to make sure you're the 80% that stays. So you may be maneuvering, gossiping about people, or just, trying to put in a really good word for yourself with the boss or something like that. But it comes back to, well, is that a job that you really love? Because maybe a month ago you were like, oh my goodness, this job is annoying. I need to find another job. Well, you put that out to the universe, and the universe is saying, oh, okay, well, 20% of this company really, the employees are not really actually that happy. Let's have some layoffs there, and that'll eliminate, those people can go and they'll have a nice severance package, and then they can go get the job that they really want. I'm simplifying. Okay. But the truth of the matter is that once you feel like you may lose your job, then all of a sudden, the ego comes in. It's kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. The fear strikes, right? It's kind of like, I can't have my job cut, cut those people over there, but leave me alone. Even though deep down, you really would like to move on to another job. Same thing with relationships. We literally manifest the ending of our own relationships that we say we don't want to end, right? But we end them because somewhere deep down inside, we're like, this person really isn't on my path, or there's just something that you're kind of like, yeah. But we get so attached to being attached, right? And not being the one that's left behind or abandoned or rejected, that we're so attached to being attached that it's almost as if you're not allowing yourself to be independent and free from whatever this situation is. Really kind of interesting, because you are capable of being independent and free. So the question is, why are you holding on so tightly? Four of Pentacles is holding on, that miser. It may have a lot to do with money. I want to hold on to all of my money. I really feel like this is kind of like a career situation, or it could be inheritance for some reason, like wanting to make sure you could be, a little bit maneuvering here because you want to make sure that you get your at least your fair share of an inheritance or some type of payout or something like that. The Page of Cups is here to say it's about giving yourself forgiveness, taking a look at the situation and saying to yourself, okay, why am I so fearful of losing whatever this is that I fear I may lose? What is the worst case scenario, right? And is that really that bad? And then giving yourself a little compassion. I feel like you right now are feeling some, once again, that guilt or shame of having some feeling of wanting to hold on to something that you definitely actually don't want. I mean, it's so, I think you're poor, Taurus, I feel like you're kind of tormented by this. The resistance, your area of resistance is doing the healing, resting, watching the clouds, understanding that all of whatever this is that's playing out right now is part of your path. It's about, I really feel like it's not about necessarily taking action on it as much as seeing how this situation, this dark cloud, right, is part of the bigger picture. That, if you lose your job, it allows you to open up to moving to a job that you might like a lot better, that may pay a lot better, that may put you on a path where you will meet the love of your life. It's about understanding, understanding that you, Empress, that you can create the life that you want. I feel like there's something here where you feel like you're out of control. It's about getting clarity about the way that you have communicated with somebody. This has been a long journey, of discovery. I think part of this is a long journey of discovery, of understanding that this is all to help you realize what is it that you really love. We can, we can say, sometimes, let's go back to the job, right? You're like, oh, this job, it's draining me. I've really got to start looking for another job. And, we say that enough, the universe listens, comes in, okay, we're having some layoffs. Okay, Taurus, sorry. We've enjoyed having you here, but you're one of the ones that are leaving. And you may be sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I loved that job." When deep down, you're actually really celebrating. I got out of that situation, you know? Or, say, that you have a friend or a romantic partner that's kind of like, okay, yeah, we're done here, Taurus. And you're like, oh my goodness, how could they not want to be with me, right? Well, people's situations come onto our path. An expiration date is met and then we go separate ways. You may secretly be celebrating. It is about celebrating whatever this dark cloud is. It's about celebrating it. There is something good coming in. Yeah. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. This has taken a long time. Look at what you're not recognizing, perhaps, is that you need to celebrate this difficult ending or situation. You need to celebrate leaving it because it's being taken away in order to help end this sense of empowerment. Okay. The Emperor is not, the easiest energy. It's Aries energy, but it's not the easiest energy. It's somebody that wants to have their way. It's a very toxic situation. You are ending it. And yet at the same time, I feel like, here's the two scenarios. It's being ended and you may be sad about it, okay? But also there's this energy of celebrating underneath, of knowing, hey, this is actually something that is good for me. It's going to help you to bring in, this whole situation is destined. It's helping to build a stronger foundation for what is coming up on your path. Okay, because here we have the Eight of Pentacles working. I feel like something is being taken from your life to help you open up to a path of maybe a new career. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Two of Cups, new love. Whatever this is, whatever is leaving your life is bringing you so much more connection to your higher good, to your intuition, to giving you the strength to take the actions that you need to move on. I feel like right now you're kind of like, you don't know what action to take, so you're just trying to hold on to everything that you can. What if it isn't true? The thing you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, and you're not enough. Or it's not for you. What if it wasn't true? It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? What else is in your heart that you would really love to either experience, or work that you would like, or the soulmate that you would like? What lie do you need to let go of to reach your soul's truth? It is so interesting. If you think back, probably like 5 years ago, okay, give yourself some time, a time period, right? Where maybe you were in a different chapter of your life, right? You may have had a different job, a different relationship, just a different time of your life. If you knew then what you know now, what would you have done differently? It is sometimes interesting. My son was saying that to me the other day, that when he first started working, after he graduated from college, he was like working really hard and not making a lot of money. And he was very anxious about it, kind of like, is this like what the rest of my life is going to be? I work so hard and I make so little, right? And now, 10 years later, he's making really nice money. And he said, if I had known at 21 or 22 that I would be as successful as I am today, I would have relaxed a lot more back then. I would have had more fun. But I was so filled with anxiety about I don't know what the future is, right? So it's kind of like just understanding that enjoy what you have right now. We don't know what the future holds, but it's about enjoying what we have right now and understanding that you have the strength, the courage, the determination to have things work out in your favor, right? That the divine is with you, that you are protected. And as long as you are creating and speaking and writing and talking in lovely, loving words, right? That all will work out for you. Okay, let's go to your angel message. Positive outcome. Okay, very nice. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes, whether through love, fear, or indifference. You are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. Really very profound, very resonating for this entire message, right? That what you are creating in the future is based on how you are thinking and speaking and believing right now. If you believe in the positive will happen. And if you believe in the negative will happen. Really interesting. Food for thought. I'm not a Taurus, but it is food for thought for all of us. All right, I am going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And Taurus, I'd love to hear in the comments how this might resonate with you. And please be kind and gentle with yourself. There is a sense, that you may be regretting, some actions that you have taken. But just keep in mind, there are no wrong actions, right? There really aren't. They're all on our path. Everything is fated. And so allow that situation to, allow yourself to look at that situation and the lessons that you can learn from it as you move forward. And then be kind and compassionate with yourself. Forgive yourself. Give yourself a little love. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.